Dear students, welcome to geography class. Today we are going to deal with the first chapter, representation of geographical features, which is a continuation of the chapter that you have learned in class 6. Before we go deeper into the chapter, we need to know a few concepts. First one is topographical maps. They are defined as the map that shows great details of both natural and human-made features of a small area with the help of contour lines, color and conventional symbols. An example is given here. So we are familiar with that concept. Second one, contour. Imaginary lines joining places which have same height above the sea level. As the example is given here, it is to denote the places which have the same height above the sea level. As we know, there are few colors which are used in every maps. They are, first one, blue. The color blue is universally used to denote water bodies, all kind of water bodies. The color red is used for grid lines and their numberings and all kind of human made features like settlements, cart tracks, etc. Yellow is used for the agricultural land. Brown is used to denote contour lines, sand dunes, highlands and stony wastelands. As we all know, the color green is used to denote forest, grasslands, orchards, scattered trees and shrubs. White is used for rocky or badlands, which means uncultivated lands. And most importantly, the color black. It is very commonly used in every maps in order to denote lines of latitude and longitude, names, boundaries, heights, railway, telephone and telegraph lines, embankments, broken ground, dry stream, tank and canal. So these are the colors which are most commonly used in every maps. Scale. A scale is a must for map, any map for that matter. So what do you mean by scale? Scale is the ratio between the distance on a map and the actual distance on the ground. There are three ways in which we can represent or denote the scale into map. First one is verbal statement. This is the direct method of writing or mentioning scale into the map. That is the units of distance mentioned on the map directly. And secondly, linear scale. What do you mean by linear scale? Linear scale is a line which has got primary divisions, which means lots of division, that they are called primary divisions, which again divided into smaller parts called secondary division. So this is placed along with the map, thus it is easy for us to measure the actual distance in the map and also the actual distance in the ground. So the picture of a linear scale is given in your textbook, please refer that. Third one is a representative fraction. It is almost similar with the verbal statement, but in a fraction method it is described. That is the only difference. So for example, in representative fraction, the scale may mention like 1:10 or 1:1 lakh, which means 1 centimeter in the map actually denotes 1 lakh centimeter of the actual distance. So that's the difference between these three statements: verbal statement, linear scale and representative fraction. So this is the use of the scale. Now let us see how we can measure the distance on a map. If it is along a straight line, we have two methods. First one is strip of paper method Here we place a strip of paper along a line between two places. Mark the points on the strip. Take it and place it along a linear scale and get the distance and convert it into the actual distance. That is one of the methods. Secondly, divider method. Please observe the picture. We take a divider and place its legs and the 2 points where we have to measure the distance. Lift it up. Again we place along with the linear scale. We get the distance. We convert it into the actual distance. So this will work if it is a straight line. If we have to measure the distance along a curved line, what we will do? Let us see. There we use thread or twine method. Please observe the picture. This could be done in few steps. In a first step, we take a thread and place it along with the line curved path where in which we have to measure the distance, and in next step we mark the points, we lift it up and place along with the linear scale, then we get the distance and we convert it into the actual distance. That's how we can measure the distance along a curved line. So these are the methods of measuring distance on a map, and we know the actual distance of the ground. We need some conventional signs and symbols. The common signs and symbols that are internationally accepted and used in maps are called conventional symbols. Why these are used? Mainly for two reasons. Irrespective of language, we can understand the geographical features. Secondly, it is very convenient and easy to note down in the map. So we use conventional signs and symbols so that every map will have a legend or key to explain its conventional signs and symbols. And these conventional signs and symbols can be grouped into 7. They are physical, drainage, vegetation, settlements, communications like road, transport, ways of transport, or a railway line, etc., latitudes and longitudes, and finally boundaries like the boundaries of a nations or state or districts or whatever. So this is the gist of this chapter. I hope you have already written down the question and answer. Please do learn it and be safe at home. Have a great day.